Today has been a day, guys. I lost my keys, I missed an appointment. I spent half the day looking for them. I have had 2 returns come back. eBay hit me with a counterfeit. Hey! All right, welcome back to the channel. Look, Mom, I'm on TV! All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Jimmy Flippin' Deals. We are out of the car and into the aisles of my little eBay, Amazon / every other marketplace in the world store. So welcome. I hope sales are going well for y'all. I hope sales are just ching. I really do. For me, they've been a little slow. Not only that, but the sales that I have had have been plagued with problems. It seems like one after another have been hitting me. So weather the storm, do what I got to do. Long story short, year over year, I'm up 400%. I know the lighting is not right now, guys, but for those that are with me on my last video in the house, the lights would actually cycle off because they're on motion sensors. So I'm hoping that where I'm standing now, actually, provided that I keep moving, will give us some sort of light on a regular basis. And I will, as time goes on, if this works out, put more lights, and we're going to get better and better, guys. That's all we can do. Progress, not perfection, I've always been told. And for people that are in those circles, welcome to this reseller's world, right? So yeah, today has been a day, guys. I lost my keys, I missed an appointment. I spent half the day looking for them. I tore my house part of the house up looking for them, could not find them. Finally ended up taking a nap, going to sleep for a little while, and getting up, and I was able to find them afterwards by kind of changing the way I was looking at things. You know, when I was heading to the appointment, or supposed to be heading to the appointment, I was looking at every place that they should have been. They should have been in yesterday's pants, but they weren't. So everywhere else that they should have been, right? You know, and they were nowhere. Like, I looked and searched. As a matter of fact, it kind of spooked Kai out, my dog, for those that are new. As I'm frantically going around, I look over and the dog's underneath the table shaking, and I don't. I was just whoa, like I'm not mad, you know. She's never. I won't say she's never seen me mad, but she's basically never seen me mad. So, but she's never seen me frantically look around the house for keys, so she didn't know what the heck was going on. But nevertheless, I could not find the keys. I had in the last 24 hours, I have had 2 returns come back, or at least they're heading back now. Both of them cost me over $20 a piece to ship, and ship there and ship back. Not to mention that the product is now no longer in sellable condition, so I'm out the cost of goods too. But 2 returns totaling 150, and another one right at 150. So $300 worth of returns on just 2 big returns coming back. So that hit like a ton of bricks. The not having the keys, not showing up to my appointment the way I was supposed to. I was supposed to meet an acquaintance, a friend from my old job. He hit me up and asked me if I wanted to go out to eat. And so I was going to do that. And he also has a website. He sells some pretty cool things, so things that he makes. So it would be an interesting, we've talked about it before a little bit on my side of it, whether or not, you know, he does a good job marketing his stuff on his own, and he seems to be happy with it. But I'm always looking for products to sell at the same time. So, but yeah, no, it would have been really cool to see him, but that didn't work out. The 2 returns, and I've had some little returns coming back today. On top of that, what else? eBay hit me with a counterfeit suit today. Or not suit, but they removed one of my listings, said my seller performance was not impacted. But I don't know. I copied the listing off somebody that still has their listing going. Exact item. Now, I did not check all the item specifics. Maybe that devil's in the details on that one, but he got to keep his, and mine got canceled for being counterfeit, although it's definitely an officially licensed product. But I'm not sure what was wrong with the listing because I can no longer see the listing. I only had 2 units of it. My seller performance isn't affected, they said. So, well, we lost 1 light, but we still got this one. So I tell you what, oh, and when I finally decided I was going to do a video here at the house, I lost my tripod. So I've had to get creative. And y'all are propped up on something. So, and a stack of totes. So it's working. So, but yeah, the counterfeit, the lost the keys, the returns, one thing after another. And then I walk out after I found the keys and everything else, and I've had the dash light on in the car, so I'm probably gonna have to hook up the car charger because it was on for probably 12 hours. So lovely on that. I get to start processing my order, or not my orders, but my haul from yesterday, because I went into Walmart and my Walmart receipt says I pulled 45 units of various different variants, but 45 units out of their store, and somehow I only made it home with 27 of them. I don't know if the cashier double rang me. I don't know if I have a shrink problem on the property. I don't think I do. I really don't. I think the issue is at the store. I don't expect to get my money back on those. I tried to go ahead and hit up Walmart customer care middle of the night because I'm up night shift right now, and apparently that section does have hours of operations because they just told me they're closed. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but they hit me to the tune of about 140, 150 bucks of just lost money. I mean, it says I've got the stuff, but I know for a fact I don't. I don't believe the configuration within the car changed during the day while I was asleep, whatnot. I think it's at the store, but nevertheless, about $140 loss on top of the those huge returns this week, and a bunch of the little ones too, but I don't even count those. They're the price of doing business, but the big ones hurt. Not only do you spend more money on the bigger items, you spend more on shipping to get them where they're going, then you spend more on shipping to get them come back. It's like, ouch. So my week, at least a day or two of that is going to be pushing, just recovering from those. So unfortunately, it bees that way sometimes, right? Let me see what else. Yeah, that counterfeit deal. I hit eBay up, eBay for Business on Facebook, Facebook Messenger. I don't expect them to be very helpful. They sent me the, hey, we removed your listing from a no reply email. Like there's just nothing to talk about. We're taking it down and don't relist it. Boy, my head's shiny up there, guys. So I don't expect to hear anything back there. It's been a heck of a day. Normally I have real good days. This one has been challenging. I won't say it's been bad, but losing, probably when it all is said and done, $500 a day, that hurts. That hurts. Not to mention slow sales. I say slow sales for expecting the business to pay for everything. I am a recently turned full-time reseller, and this is the first year I've asked the business to cover it all. And although it has been doing an amazing job so far, this is the slow time of year, and it has been touch and go. To complicate that, I am definitely buying more than I'm selling. by design. I believe that's what you do during the slower parts of the year is work on infrastructure and inventory, which is exactly what I've been doing. The place, the store, is definitely able to handle probably 20 or 30% more already. The trailer, I'll talk about here in a second. Uh, but just the inside of the house is probably seen a 30% increase. Definitely things operationally that have sped me up over a month a year. Revelations in the last 4 months. So, I mean, those things are beautiful. I am up, like I said, I don't know if I said, but I'm up year over year 400%, which is phenomenal. But this time last year, I wouldn't have had a prayer of doing this full time. And now it's touch and go. I, over the last 2 years, have tripled or quadrupled every year. And in all honesty, guys, if I could double by this time next year, I wouldn't have a care in the world, as far as paying bills on a monthly basis, right? Now, I do want to get to the point, I think everybody does. I was talking to my mom about this. Hi, Mom. That if I do this right, eventually the amount of money I'm bringing in won't affect the amount that I'm spending. Like I can buy as much as I can buy, and I'll still be making money. Because to that point on this current business model, there's only so much sourcing you can do. But nevertheless, that I've got a ways before I get there. And in all honesty, I'm going to be sourcing bigger items too. So maybe that's not as real of a deal as I hope it will be. But as time goes on, the bills to revenue ratio should change sufficiently where it's not that much of an issue. But I don't want to slow down on buying. I just need more sales. I do believe they're coming. I've had about 15 today, which is decent. A lot of my stuff is low margin, so I can get 10 sales in a day and not make conservative bills because some things there's just so little money in. Maybe make $2 or $3, but if it takes a minute on the front end and a minute and a half on the back end to make $3, and I'm at $60 an hour. That's not a beautiful spot to be in, but it's not horrible either. So some of the stuff that I run across does fit that level where I just don't make a huge amount per sale. So it takes a lot of sales to really kick in. But yeah, like I said, about 15 today, maybe a little more actually, because I did 6 or 7 this morning before I took a nap for today, and I believe I know I have at least 10, so a little bit over 15. Today's been decent except for those returns. Those returns hurt. Hadn't done a video in a while, so I figured I'd give y'all this one. I know it's not our typical video, but nevertheless, this is the one I got for today. I've been kind of, the longer I stay away from making videos, the harder it is for me to get back into it. But a video I watched so long ago, chick's vacuuming her floor, and it was a little 1 minute short or whatever, but she's going, everything is content, everything is content. Before I noticed, I'd watched that like 3 or 4 times, just going, what is she doing? Like I'm watching it. But that little, her mantra, is that the right word? Maybe not, but has been playing in my head all day, like just get it out there. And I do have a story to tell, the things that happen, with the eBay, with the returns, with the, losing all the money at the store somehow. Golly, I mean, how do I not notice the difference between 47 units? Well, 2 of them were my like personal stuff, but 47 things in a cart or 25 things. I mean, I don't. I really think that she just double did it. So, but I didn't look at the total. I swiped my card, I left, and maybe, fat chance, but maybe Walmart will just say, oh, okay, and fix it. It's the real deal. I've done a lot of business with them in the last couple of years. I never do returns. I never, I don't bring anything back. I don't have any issues. So maybe they'll take that into context and say, hey, this guy's shooting straight. So if so, I'll let you know how that goes. As far as the trailer, actually, I was working on that today. I am painting it. I took y'all around. I'm gonna take y'all more in depth around to see the condition of the trailer. For those that are new, I bought a shipping container here recently to expand my business, and eventually that thought process or the use of those trailers will allow me to get my house back, because we are standing in what is my living room at the moment, and as you can tell, it's not much of a living room. Now there's 3 more aisles of this too that look very similar to this, but at any rate, it will be nice to eventually let the business overtake uh, the burden of housing its own footprint. That way I can get my house back, right? But today, in efforts to get ready to paint it, to treat the rust and stuff that's in there, also I'm going to use it as like a, what do you call that? A vision board, a mission statement, if you will. Um, Part of that was removing the letters off of the side for the branding of the evergreen transport or whatever it was that goes overseas and comes back. It said evergreen down the side of it. I have successfully removed that down one long side. I have 2 letters left on the other long side, and short of that, it's a bunch of call letters, like trailer ID numbers and stuff. But like, it came off very well. I was surprised at how easy they were to remove. I've seen people try to cut through them with grinders, and they end up getting hot, and the plastic melts, and they're going through grinding wheels or sanding pads. I went a little bit different way. And I took a glass razor scraper. Matter of fact, not the yellow ever being the, no, that's not it. In the same situation, but if you are one of these, awesome. Uh, Very cool. That made it really nice. Now, in my head, when I first started, I said, hey, I'll do it when it's cool. That way I don't, I don't get too hot, or it's more comfortable. Well, I did a little, and then I got tired of doing it, so I came inside, and it's breaking every little bit, and it's working a lot better than the grinder or whatnot. Long story short, a few hours later, after the sun had heated up, I took Kai outside to do her business, and decided I would give the scraper a chance. And apparently, after the glue heats up, it's a lot easier, and the vinyl letters or whatnot, it's a lot easier to get those things to come off. So one side went extremely fast. I'm still working on, like I said, what's left, but hopefully, with as little effort as it is taken, sometime tomorrow or so, I'll be able to tell y'all that that's done. I am trying to get a door for the door side of the trailer, because I want to leave those open all the time. I don't want, for one, they're heavy, but I don't want to have to open 2 doors every time I leave, and I don't like the idea of being inside without being able to shut the door or whatnot, or nevertheless, long story short, those are going to stay open. And I'm putting a man door and a man wall across it, in preps to insulate and everything else, and ventilate and all that stuff. But just a regular man house door up front with a wall, and maybe some windows or some exterior venting in order to vent the trailer with. So that's where I'm at with that. As far as the car goes, you know, updates. As far as the car goes, I did order the cables that I was missing from the door fiasco. But apparently, in my pursuit of saving literally $1, I accidentally ordered them from China. So I think I've got 4 weeks before those come in. The door motors and sound deadening stuff has just blown into a all summer long project. Now it is nice. I do have the passenger side door back on for the moment with the sound deadening stuff that I will have to remove for the second time in order to put the right cable in there. But the passenger door, I've been pulling this little cable to get out every time for the last, what, 2 months now. So I will be happy when that's all over with. Matter of fact, when I lost my keys, I was figuring, you know, locksmith to come in and make a key is $400, and I know I need new brakes, I know I need new shocks, I need this, I need that, I need this, and the engine's not getting any, you know, and I, in my head, I almost thought, and it's quite possible that the math does play true, that you know, the car's basically totaled. You know, it's just, it's getting too old to put that much money into all at once between all of the different things. Now luckily, like any car, I don't have to put it in all at once, but it is time for brakes and shocks, and the engine isn't getting any newer. So hopefully I will get the cables for the doors, and then I can move on to the brakes and shocks and rotors. I can hear them scraping a little bit, but they're not grinding yet. The rotors are actually the same rotors up front that I've had for 4 years. So they're well overdue. I'm going to go ahead and grind them out and replace them totally. But it is what it is on that. I'll get brand new stuff there. While I've got them apart, then I'll put the shocks in, or struts, or whatever you call those things, the whole set. Steadily progressing, guys. Hard day. Haven't got to these sales yet. I got flabbergasted on when I realized I was missing so much product. And I surely hope that I don't have a shrink problem at the house. Like, I'm the only one here, me and Kai. I know Kai ain't taking it. But to think somebody's hitting my car at night for my goods is concerning. I mean, there's so much stuff at the house to have thieves here. So I guess I'll let you know how Walmart goes. I'll start locking my stuff up, you know, securing here, and hopefully it's the end of it. I know that 120 or 140 bucks from a loss at the store is not gonna kill me, but it's not a good feeling either. So we all have these things in our lives. I know, in all honesty, when I was younger, I spent over $100 some nights, a lot worse ways. So at least this one taught me a lesson that didn't get me in trouble at the same time. So I hope y'all are doing well. I hope sales are going good. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, bye.